Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we finna react to best match, best matches of every WrestleMania since 2000. Damn. So we did the worst, and now we finna do the best. This is with the homie Maverick. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, run them likes up, views up, the comments up, and all the other good stuff, man. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Yes, Sasuke! Yeah! What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mav, bringing you back to the best matches of every WrestleMania since 2000. The best matches of every WrestleMania since 2000. I figured, since I've been pretty negative on this channel lately, and I'm gonna give the negativity a break by talking about the good times. And one of those, my favorite kind of good time, one of my favorite kind of good times is talking about the best matches of every WrestleMania since 2000, man. Y'all already know what to do when you get into the video. Hit that like, hit that sub button, go ahead and leave a comment if you are, if you got some thoughts and opinions. Make your own list if you disagree. Without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Give this a like if you love wrestling like I do. But yeah, man, most definitely. Starting off with WrestleMania 2000. I mean, this one's kind of obvious. But if I had to give it to something, this one's kind of obvious, but I had to give it to something that had to be the triangle ladder match for the tag championships between the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and Chris. Around this point in time in WWE, you give these three an irregular ass match, like no DQ type settings, they're gonna do whatever they wish and tear the house down. For real. Like, one of my favorite spots is when Jeff Hardy came off swantoned off of that what could have been a 30-foot ladder onto like a Bubba Ray Dudley on the table. And like when Jeff Hardy is trying to process how to like even amass the intestinal fortitude enough to do such a stunt, you know what I'm saying? Not only does he just jump right away, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of the fear, but he says a prayer in his head. And that was one of those times where he said a prayer in his head. But anyway, another one of my favorite spots is when like I think Jeff did like a 450 splash on top of one of the ladders and hurt him and was it Edge or was it Christian? It was one of those guys. But yeah, man. And then, like, I do like how it ended when Christian and Edge threw Matt Hardy off of the top table platform and they went and got the belts. So, yeah, I liked that. Moving forward to WrestleMania X7. Some of y'all are split on this. But if I had to pick, because there's only two correct answers here, universally. But in my opinion, there's only one. And that one correct answer is TLC 2. Yet again, you give Edge and Christian, you give the Dudleys, and you give the Hardys an irregular ass match with hardly any rules enforced. They're going to tear the house down. And boy, did they. Especially that Event Omega spot Matt and Jeff did. And the spot where Edge speared Jeff off the ladder. And then the interferences from Spike Dudley, from Lita, and from Rhino were amazing. Now, some of you are probably wondering why I didn't put the main event on here. And I'm going to just say it briefly. I hated the ending. I hated it. Reason why? Why the hell would you want to turn Steve Austin heel in his home state of Texas where nobody is going to boo? It doesn't work. Granted, I love me some Rock and Austin matches, but that one wasn't the best one in my personal opinion because of the heel turn. All right, moving on to WrestleMania X8. Y'all already know what it is. It's pictured. Rock versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Easily. Reason why? The crowd was at its hypest. And it's one of those times where Hulk Hogan didn't feel like he needed to win in order for the match to be good. Like, because we all know how shady Hulk Hogan is. I don't even have to remind you, okay? I don't even have to remind you how shady Hulk Hogan is. But he did the right thing and put in obviously the bigger star over. You know what I'm saying? They were building up icon versus icon, wrestling's past versus wrestling's present. I love the build up of this feud, and this match definitely delivered on so many levels. Unlike the Steve Austin Scott Hall match we got, but anywho, let's keep it moving. Oh yeah. Favorite spots. When Hogan was whipping the Rock with the belt, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, he tried to, like, wrap it around his fist and, like, punch him with it, but the Rock exploded out with a flying clothesline and did his usual kip up. And then, like, he tried to, like, hit him with some more signature moves, but Hulk Hogan was hooking up, and the crowd was absolutely thunderous when Hulk Hogan was hooking up like the old days. But, yeah, man, this match was dope. I even like how it ended, where, like, the Rock, after Hogan kicking out one rock bottom, and after Hogan gives him the leg drop, he kicked out of that. The Rock hit him at another rock bottom, then got in the middle and did the people's elbow, and everybody was on their feet for the Rock, despite them booing him earlier. And I also like, the Rock uncharacteristically going for a steel chair in the middle of the match. That was dope too. WrestleMania 19. In my opinion, y'all know how I feel about this WrestleMania. This one is the GOAT WrestleMania, in my opinion, not X7. And one of those reasons why is its main card delivered on all cylinders. Its undercard delivered heavily too, but either of the last five, well, actually, no. 4 of the last 5 matches could be considered here. You had the street fight. You had Jericho versus Michaels, which everybody seems to think is the best match on here, but I personally disagree. And then you have one of the 2 main events. And I have to give it to none other than The Rock and Austin for the last time ever. For the last time. Reason why, I may sound a little biased, but I loved Hollywood Rock. I loved Hollywood Heel Rock. He was amazing. His theme song, his entrance, his work rate was still pretty high because him and Austin still had chemistry. This was Austin's last match as a full-time wrestler. You know what I'm saying? This was Austin's last match. You know what I'm saying? As a full-time wrestler. He would no longer wrestle up until WrestleMania 38 after this. Okay? And that's what, in this match right here, truly, I feel like with this match here, I felt like we truly were in the ruthless aggression era. Like, we truly were. This was the real end of the Attitude Era because you had the 2 biggest stars of the Attitude Era going one-on-one for one last time. And it delivered. It delivered on so many levels. Especially the part where, like, I like how early the match when they're fighting on the outside and Austin is just giving it to The Rock. He's just landing him on a barricade, doosh, throwing him into the stairs. Oof. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know, when The Rock goes to, after Austin's knees and slams him into the ring post while he's outside. And then, like, Austin tries to go outside to recover and Rock just chop blocks him. And then, one time Austin got on the announcer's desk, tried to get away. The Rock slammed his knee on the announcer's desk. But yeah, man, another one. But the funniest spot to me was when The Rock put on Austin's vest, and then he drunk that water and he splashed it around. And then, like, once he got into the ring, he tried to go for clothesline, but Steve Austin countered with a rock bottom of his own. Didn't get the 3, but thankfully, when Austin went for the stunner, he flicked off Austin, and then he turned his leg around and gave Austin a stunner as a taste of his own medicine, which is a callback to so many other matches where they stole each other's finisher. I just love it when Rock and Austin steal each other's finishers. I like the idea of stolen finishers, period, but when it's the wrestler taking their own move, I love that dynamic that some wrestlers have, man. But yeah, man, the first failed People's Elbow was hilarious because I literally was on the edge of my seat thinking Austin was going to counter, but he ran right into a spine buster and then a People's Elbow. And then, like, one of my favorite calls by JR from this match was when he was like, "It ain't about titles. It ain't about respect. It ain't about nothing but a wrestling match between 2 of the greatest to ever do it in this ring." And I'm like, I couldn't agree more, Jim Ross. I couldn't agree more. But yeah, man, even the ending of this match was great. Like, Austin got the stunner, you know what I'm saying, and Rock kicks out, you know what I'm saying, and he tries to stop him by holding to The Rock, but The Rock counters him. The Rock gets up and gets some more offense in and counters with a rock bottom. Boom! And then he kicks out of the first one, right? And then he tries to go for a second time. Austin counters, spins around, gets caught in another one. Austin gets out of that one, and the look on The Rock's face when he kicked out of the second one was just hilarious. And then when he got up for the third time, he got Austin on his shoulders, on his side, and he stalled for a bit. And he stalled. Looked at the crowd, and then he jumped super high and slammed Austin's back onto the canvas real hard. And he was like, oh, and then JR was like, a third rock bottom. Before that, Jerry the King Lawler was like, he was like, this is a big one. And then when it finally landed, Jim was like, no, the third rock bottom. And then 1, 2, 3. And I love the embrace that The Rock had with his mama and grandmama on the sidelines. So yeah, goated match. I always rewatch it. This is in my top 3 for favorite WrestleMania matches. This is in my top 3, and it's not 3. Moving on. WrestleMania 20. Remember, disclaimer. I am not championing the actions. I'm championing the professional wrestler. Okay? But you already know what's the match of the night from this. It's the World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match between Chris Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels.
That's not even up for debate. That's not even up for debate.
The amount of chaos. The amount of, like, pure adrenaline seen through and through this match. You know what I'm saying? Stuff of legend. And even this very moment, which is my favorite part of the match, is when, you know, Triple H is in the crossface. And he couldn't reach the rope, so he tried to roll himself out of it, but Benoit wouldn't let go of the crossface. And then Triple H decides to relent and finally tap out. And Benoit crying in the middle of the ring holding the World Heavyweight Championship. Stuff of legend. I even like the build-up this match had. Like, with Chris Benoit winning the Royal Rumble and Eddie, you know what I'm saying, going against Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship and No Way Out, Benoit decides, while his best friend goes for the WWE Championship, he's going to go to Raw and go for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Steve Austin, who was playing as the sheriff of Raw at the time, let Chris Benoit come through on the contract signing. But Shawn Michaels was there too, and he couldn't take it, so Shawn Michaels super kicked him, and he signed the contract. And then Eric Bischoff was like, told Steve Austin to tell Triple H that he's going to be defending the title in a triple threat match at WrestleMania instead. So yeah, man, that's how we got here. And I'm so happy. That the right person won, because Benoit needed this win more than Triple H and Shawn Michaels for all that he had been through from his past days at WCW not being a main eventer. Benoit deserved this, as well as the Royal Rumble. He deserved all this. And we not talk about that infamous moment of him and Eddie both holding up their belts, because Eddie retained his title against Kurt Angle, which is a great runner-up for this one. A great runner-up, might I add. Eddie retained his WWE Championship, and he came out to Chris that night and congratulated him and held him in tears and raised his hand in victory with the confetti coming down. That's a moment I will never, ever forget as a wrestling fan. R.I.P. to both Eddie and Chris. WrestleMania 21. This match is also in my top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. What do you expect? This match killed me. Like, don't get me wrong. Undertaker versus Randy Orton towards the beginning, great stuff. Great stuff. Definitely would have stolen the show if this match didn't take place soon after. You know what I'm saying? Another match that's arguable for this spot is the first Money in the Bank ladder match, because that match is a classic too. But this right here was a wrestling clinic. A wrestling clinic. If you want to know how to properly execute a wrestling match and make it not only fun and entertaining but believable, look no further than these two. The Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And a classic technical versus catch wrestling. I was not disappointed at all. I always go back to WrestleMania 21 for this match. Yeah, plenty others as well, but primarily for this match. Because this, man, all the spots, everything from Shawn Michaels hurting his stomach doing a moonsault on the announcer table and missing. Everything from Kurt Angle's super angle slam. Everything from Kurt Angle grabbing Shawn Michaels, just tap out. You hear me, Shawn? Just tap out. And then Shawn Michaels throwing his arms off and getting with the sweet shit music while he's down with his lip all bloody. And Kurt Angle kicking out. And then I love how this match ended with Kurt Angle having Shawn Michaels in the grapevine ankle lock, and Shawn just finally decided to just do the job and just tap. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Their feud was perfect too. Their feud was perfect. Like everything from the shots that Shawn Michaels took at him to Kurt Angle going on SmackDown and having Sensational Sherry do a rendition of Sexy Boy. Instead, he's a sexy Kurt. I'm just a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt. he said, I think I'm cute. I got gold medals. I got the moves that makes them all tap out the angle slam and the ankle lock. Marty Jannetty still can't walk. I'm just a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt. Stuff a classic, man. But yeah, man, this match is goated. In my top 3 for sure. In my top 3. WrestleMania 22. There's maybe like 2 to 3 contenders, but in my opinion, there's really only one definitive answer, and it's Edge versus Mick Foley in the hardcore match. The pictures say this match was pure pandemonium. Pure pandemonium. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get any grittier than this. Granted, the no-holds-barred match that Shawn Michaels had with Vince McMahon, that was awesome too. But it still pales in comparison to what we had here earlier in the show. Especially since at the time, it was around the time I hated Edge, but I knew in the back of my mind, Foley is always somewhere losing to the current talent. So I knew in the back of my mind, Foley's probably going to lose. Because how he put over Randy Orton during their feud 2 years prior. Foley's going to lose. But I enjoyed what I got from both men. Especially the part where Edge speared Mick Foley, but he ended up hurting instead of Mick because Mick had barbed wire underneath his clothes. Stuff a legend right there. You can't make this shit up. You can't make that up. And then, oh my gosh. I remember when Lita tried to interfere. Man, Mick Foley had Mr. Socko wrapped in barbed wire, and he gave her the mandible claw. He gave her the mandible claw with the barbed wire and made her mouth bleed. And I'm like, yeah, eat it, Lita. Eat that dirty sock with that barbed wire. Yeah, man. But we already know what's the best part of the match. It's the flaming table, spear through the flaming table. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Mick Foley was burnt for real off that, but he probably was hurting for real. He probably was burnt because he had to have hurt after taking that bump. Like getting speared through a flaming table, like, and having your whole body put out the fire. Yeah, man. Moving forward to WrestleMania 23, in my personal opinion,
It's Undertaker and Batista. Undertaker and Batista. Runner up is Cena versus Shawn, but Taker and Batista stole the show.
There's really like maybe 3 contenders. You got the Money in the Bank match and the 2 World Heavyweight Championship matches. And for the record, if you do say the United States Championship match that took place this year, I won't get mad at you. But in my mind, unanimously, the best match on here was Undertaker versus Batista.
Thank you.
The reason why, because, Undertaker, unbeaten at WrestleMania, won the Royal Rumble for the first time, and from spot number 30 for the first time. Batista, very strong World Heavyweight Championship run. Because remember, the previous WrestleMania, Batista missed that because he got injured and had to give up the World Heavyweight Championship. And he went on an impressive run. Yet again, he had 2 amazing runs with the World Heavyweight Championship. His first 2 World Heavyweight Championship ones, flawless. And speaking of flawless, Batista had never lost to Undertaker up to that point. So, was Batista's record against Undertaker going to pop, or was Undertaker's record at WrestleMania going to pop? And it turned out being the latter. And WWE did so much with this match to make you think Batista had a chance of ending the streak. Like, remember that close count out that they had in the middle of the match? Man, I was so scared watching this live. I'm like, no Taker, no Taker. Oh, he made it back in, yes. Especially after taking that big front power slam onto the announcer's table. Like, I thought Taker was done for, my little 8-year-old self. Well, I was 7 going on 8. I was 7 going on 8 because, you know, my birthday was weeks after WrestleMania. I'm an April baby if y'all didn't know. But yeah, man, Undertaker freaked around and, you know, got up on his own power, got back in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Gave Batista what for with that tombstone, and for the first time ever raised the World Heavyweight Championship in victory. Classic stuff right here. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, what about John Cena and Shawn Michaels? That wasn't a bad match either. That match was amazing. That's a great contender. But my problem is that John Cena did not sell Michaels working of a leg injury. You know what I'm saying? And Shawn Michaels was frustrated about that. But, you know, John was 29 years old at the time, so I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to charge that to the game of youthful ignorance. Anyway, we're moving forward. WrestleMania 24. There's really only like maybe 2 to 3 matches. Realistically, 2.
Let's see here. You got the Money in the Bank match and Edge versus Undertaker. The triple threat match, they didn't give it enough time. This match is literally only 15 minutes long. Like, they literally gave Randy Orton, Triple H, and John Cena 15 minutes. That's not enough time for a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. So basically, it's between the Money in the Bank and Edge and Undertaker.
Because as good as the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship between Undertaker and Edge was, in my opinion, it doesn't hold a candle to the career-threatening match between Shawn Michaels and
Oh shit! I forgot about this match. I forgot about this match. I forgot this match was on here. See, it's been so long. It's been a long time. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels was on here. Yeah, this match by far is shit. Yeah, this match shits on everything on this card. Yeah, everything else on this card is obsolete to this match. This is great storytelling. This is great. Everything, bro. The storytelling, the emotion, the crowd investment. Excellent. Chef's kiss. Excellent.
Pure art. Pure cinema. Shawn Michaels hesitating to do the sweet chin music for Flair to just capture his leg, take him down, and do the figure 4. And then the epic conclusion. Flair's getting up. It's telling him to just do it by having him do this. And then Shawn was just looking all with this worried look on his face. He goes, "I'm sorry. I love you." Bah! The most heartbreaking sweet chin music ever. Pun intended. And then after the ref counts to 3, Shawn holds Ric Flair's head and gives him a kiss on his head. And walks away somberly. And we get the biggest standing ovation for Ric Flair and his career. And Charlotte is in the crowd with her brother and her mother crying her bum-bums off. Everybody's chanting, "Thank you, Rick." Man, this should have been his very, very last match. I don't know why the fuck he keeps wrestling. Every time he does, he just desecrates the wonderful meaning of this match. Every time. Damn, Rick. Sorry about that, guys. I hit my remote. But damn, Rick. And why? I'm not even gonna talk about his TNA run. Anyway, I'll have to say before I move on, this feud was a domino effect of Shawn Michaels' greatest feud of 2008. This planted a seed. Okay. WrestleMania 25.
Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker.
This WrestleMania, it wasn't absolute trash. Like there were some hidden gems in this WrestleMania, but if you
No, this WrestleMania was good, minus the Santino the Divas thing. Besides the Divas thing, CM Punk winning the Money in the Bank twice. This was a really solid WrestleMania by far. It's very solid. But Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker destroys everything about this pay-per-view is of this WrestleMania is Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. That by far makes this WrestleMania top tier for sure.
are with the consensus, like I am, you know there's only one match that belongs on here. And this is my favorite wrestling match of all time. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. For the very first time this had me on the edge of my fucking seat. Like every counter these guys performed, especially Shawn's counters. Shawn's counters looked like, is this dude gonna beat Taker? Now I wouldn't have gotten mad if it was Shawn Michaels, but still. And then like, dude, the suicide dive Undertaker took on a cameraman, and then he hurt his head. Oof. And then like the tombstone reversal into a DDT. Shawn doing the reverse figure four. Shawn Michaels reversing the Hell's Gate. Man, these two tore the house down. And then Shawn Michaels trying to get the count out victory, like how Batista tried to in 23, had me just sweating. I'm like, no, Taker, get up, Taker. And then he like barely beat the count. I was like, oh. I was breathing hard too. My 10-year-old, well, my 9 going on 10-year-old was breathing super duper hard. I even loved how this ended, with Shawn Michaels trying to do a moonsault press, and then Taker caught him and gave him a vicious tombstone for the 3 with his straps down. And I love how they shook hands afterward too. And another cool thing about this match, I love how in their entrances for this, Shawn Michaels is coming from up above, while Undertaker is coming from a stage part down below. And this whole theme of this match is, sometimes it's hell trying to get to heaven. They couldn't have done this any better. Even the build-up. Even Shawn beating Vladimir Kozlov to get this, and Kane to get this. Man. No one of these men had to take a hiatus from wrestling, short hiatus, until coming back later on in the year, because this stuff of legend. I don't think they could outdo this. Greatest wrestling match ever. WrestleMania 26. And Vince knew that was the greatest wrestling match ever. So, he had to pull the trigger twice. Because the best match of the night for this one is still Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. The streak versus the career. The duel in the desert between two cowboys. Oh, man. This was so emotional. But I kind of knew in the back of my mind, Shawn is ready to hang it up. Shawn is ready to hang it up. I had a thought in the back of my mind. Like, there's no way. Like, I don't think he's going to beat the streak. There has to be a reason he put his career on the line. And there was. He felt like if he didn't quit wrestling, he wouldn't live to see his kids. He wouldn't see his kids graduate from high school and all of that. So he didn't want to miss none of those.
That explains a lot.
So there's that for as far as, outside politics. But the build-up for this was damn near on the same par as their previous year's matches feud. Because, dude, Shawn, after winning that Slammy in December of 2009 for Match of the Year, for their match last year, he says, Undertaker, I can beat you. I know I can beat you. How about we do this one more time? WrestleMania 26. And Undertaker appeared on Raw and gave him an answer. He says, my answer is no. And we all felt bad for Shawn. So Shawn felt like, all right, if he doesn't want to face me on his own accord, then maybe I can go to the Royal Rumble and win that, since he's the World Heavyweight Champion right now. And I don't see him losing the title to anybody soon. So, yeah, maybe maybe if I could just draw a low enough number, I can probably win. Shawn Michaels gets one of the middle numbers. Okay, this will be fine. And he's eliminating suckers left and right. Even eliminated Triple H, in which they were DX still at the time. They were DX. And he was on a roll with staying in the Rumble. But towards the end, Shawn Michaels' time had gone to an end, because when Edge made his shock return, the roof came off the place. And Shawn was formidable. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Shawn ended up over the top rope on the apron with Edge. And Shawn, don't know why he did this, but he gave Edge a sweet chin music, kicking him back into the ring. with his attention diverted, allowing Batista to pretty much forearm him off the ropes and cause him to get eliminated. And the look on Shawn's face when he got eliminated was just, oh my lord. Oh my lord. Devastating. To the point where he started super kicking officials and everybody. He was so pissed. So Shawn was like, so what now? What do I do now? He said no. I lost the Royal Rumble. Wait. I got it. I'm not competing at Elimination Chamber, so he won't expect me to be there. I'm going to hide underneath the chamber pods. Right underneath the chamber platform. Below the pods. And I'm going to creep through one of the chamber floors. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get in there and cost Undertaker his World Heavyweight Championship. And he did just that. Art. Cinema. Setting Chris Jericho up to get the world title from Undertaker and defend it against the Royal Rumble winner that year being Edge. And if you put that match as the match of the night or John Cena versus Batista, I'm not going to get mad at you for that. But yeah, man. Then that set up what we have here. Pure cinema. Dude. And they even bumped up the stakes leading up into this build. They said, we're going to do this properly. Pinfall and submissions only. No DQ, no count out. Pinfall and submissions only. We're going to do this for real. And they did it for real. For the second time in a row. Second time. And this would be the end of Shawn Michaels' three-peat of having amazing matches. But this would be Undertaker's five-peat. Starting with the previous year's match he had with Shawn and going on to the next several WrestleManias. Because, dude, Taker just put out banger after banger after banger. But let me talk about this one. The best part, sadly, it was how it ended. Oh yeah, another spot I like is when Shawn took the tombstone on the floor. How he managed to survive that, I'll never know. But yeah, like when Undertaker was about to do his signature off with his head, he saw Shawn gripping at his at his singlet. He told Shawn, "Stay down." And then Shawn climbs up back to his feet and does the signaling for him, telling him to finish the match. And then after that, since Undertaker hesitated a bit, Shawn for real slapped him in the face. And then Undertaker peered his eyes out on my bug eye and picked him up and gave him a jumping, not just a regular, a jumping tombstone pile driver. Uno, dos, tres. And that same wave of emotion that we got at WrestleMania 24, we got at this one for Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 27. It's unanimously, because this WrestleMania was so garbage, that there's really only one answer here. Undertaker vs. Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. Reason why, like I said, it's the only S-tier match on here. You know, so everything else is either a B or below. It's the only A-plus match on here. And then think about it, man. Undertaker was so beat after this match that he couldn't even walk out on his own power. And Undertaker, knowing that fact that ate him up inside, set it up perfectly for WrestleMania 28. WrestleMania 28. WrestleMania 28. Okay. For WrestleMania 28, I had to put both these matches in here.
No.
Because it was hard to choose between these two.
So no, it's not hard at all. Come on, dog. It's not hard at all. Everybody know that WrestleMania 28 is where Undertaker versus Triple H Part 2 with Shawn Michaels in a Hell in a Cell is the best fucking match ever. Don't get me wrong, Rock versus Cena was a moment, but what's a moment to greatness though? What's a moment to greatness though? This is greatness right here. Plus they ran it back, so they ruined the aura of this match. Nah, get Rock and Cena up out of here. Undertaker versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee in a Hell in a Cell match was the perfect way to send off the Attitude Era once and for all. Because the Attitude Era definitely needed a send-off. It never got a proper send-off. We just went into the Ruthless Aggression Era and just said, fuck the Attitude Era. So this was the perfect send-off for the Attitude Era. Hell no. Get Rock and Cena up out of here. They ruined the aura of this match with the follow-up match the next year. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Nah, bruh. When Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music, Undertaker, and Triple H hit him with a pedigree. Nigga, I thought that shit was done, set, and over with. This man kicked out. That is peak fucking cinema right there. When I say they was cooking on this one, they was cooking on this one.
As the best match of the night, because there's no wrong answer between these two. My favorite being John Cena versus The Rock, but I understand why the consensus favorite is the Hell in a Cell match with Triple H and Taker, and Shawn Michaels is the guest referee, because some of the spots in there and moments in there were crazy, especially the pedigree on the chair, and then like Shawn Michaels giving Undertaker the Sweet Chin Music into a pedigree by Triple H. And look, Triple H couldn't walk out on his own power. He had to get carried by Undertaker and Shawn. Kind of like how Undertaker had to get carted out on a stretcher last year. But I had to put John Cena versus The Rock here too, because like it was truly felt like once in a lifetime. It's just like when 10 years ago when The Rock went up against Hulk Hogan, but he's in Hulk Hogan's shoes while John Cena is in his shoes. It's perfect cinema, especially after what happened last year when The Rock cost Cena the WWE Championship to set up this match. And it delivered. It delivered. You know why? Because I felt like, at the time I did feel like Cena was going to win, but it was an amazing turn having The Rock win. And it kind of made sense because WrestleMania 28 took place in Miami. And that's The Rock's Bill hometown, Miami, Florida, where he played college football for the Miami Hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this is like WrestleMania 28 is still the highest grossing WrestleMania of all time. Like this WrestleMania made the most money, and people got their money's worth on this one. Like this is top 5 for me for all time favorite, all time go in WrestleMania. This WrestleMania is top 5. Hell, I'll even go as far as say it's top 3. It's top 3. Anyway, moving on. WrestleMania 29. Sadly, The Rock and John Cena match in this one faltered in comparison to last year's. Because guess who we lost to? Undertaker comes through yet again with a banger with CM Punk. And I love the storyline for this too, especially considering Paul Bearer's death and logging that into the situation. Oh, this was an amazing match. But what makes me mad about this match is that CM Punk bitched and moaned. He bitched and he moaned his way up here because he felt like his match last year at WrestleMania 28, amazing match by the way, should have gotten the main event. And him being WWE Champion should have proceedings over Cena and The Rock. But my thing is, dude, you were never going to outsell Cena and The Rock. They're the two biggest stars in WWE history at this point. And dude, you should be very grateful you got to wrestle a GOAT in Chris Jericho. And you should be even more thankful that you got to wrestle Undertaker here. Despite you eating the pin, obviously. But yeah, man. And then like, the original plans was to make it a triple threat, man. But Punk felt like The Rock shouldn't even be involved in shit. And I'm like, dude, he has to be involved in shit. Like, come on. Punk just can't keep his panties out of much. I liked Punk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that just rubbed me the wrong way. That made me start to not F with him. For real. Anyway, moving forward. WrestleMania 30. It should be obvious what it is. It's the triple threat match for the Royal Rumble title yet again. History repeats itself. Daniel Bryan being the underdog like how Benoit was the underdog. Kicks the shit out of Randy Orton and Batista. It becomes the Miracle on Bourbon Street. Especially considering he had to wrestle a whole other match against Triple H earlier to even earn a spot in this position. You know what I'm saying? Shout out for Batista coming back and doing the job. Because we all know that he was the wrong dude to win the damn Royal Rumble. But it made this moment for Daniel Bryan even more special. The Yes movement could not be denied this year. It could not be denied. And the door was wide open for Daniel Bryan because bitch ass CM Punk left WWE in January that year. Go figure. WrestleMania 31. This arguably is in my top 5 for WrestleManias because there is no bad matches on here.
Nah, the best match on here was Roman versus Brock. That was actually between this one and a SummerSlam matchup. This would arguably be one of the best matchups they had against each other. This and the one they had at SummerSlam years later when Roman became the Tribal Chief. I think it was SummerSlam 2022 or 2023. I think it was 2022. Yeah, it was SummerSlam 2022 when Roman faced Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar came in with that damn construction site vehicle. Come up in there with that construction site vehicle and ripped the ring apart. And had Roman tumbling and fumbling out the ring. And I think, it was a last man standing match. Yeah, that last man standing match between Roman and Brock, that was That's up there, but this one by far is probably their best one. Just like from an in ring, go Imano against each other. This was probably their best one by far, and the finish was great. They did a great job with the finish.
But if I had to pick an absolute best, the main event, and for this reason right here, still like no cash in at WrestleMania is more iconic than this. This man hijacked Roman and Brock Lesnar. In what world does that happen? Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? I almost put Triple H versus Sting and Seth's match earlier where he lost to Randy Orton. Great. I almost put that here, but then again I had to remember, oh wait, this is the one where Seth cashed in against Brock. Yes, I gotta put it here. So there you have it. Seth cashed in on Brock. Below average as WrestleMania 32.
Probably one of the middest ones, but if I had to say who had a good match here, there really was no good match here. Triple H versus Roman was forced. The triple threat match between Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky didn't really live up to expectations. You know, Brock and Dean was terrible. Yeah, this is the WrestleMania where everybody was fucking injured. Cena was gone. Let's see here. Yeah, Cena was gone. I'm trying to think who else. Cena was gone. Seth was gone. I think Randy was injured around this time too. Like, damn, the whole roster was damn near depleted, bruh. I, I can't really put my finger on who. I don't remember a lot of matches from here, but Shane versus Undertaker was the most memorable one, just because Shane actually tried to kill himself. At the old age that he was at, this man literally tried to kill himself, jumping off the top of a cell.
If there's one match that now everybody thinks that it's the women's title match, the women's triple threat match, and that was amazing. It was great. It had a lot of great spots and all that. But if you had to ask me what I thought the best match was, it's Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles.
Oh, I forgot about this
match. Not only because
match.
my guy Jericho won, but I love the storyline that they had, and as well as the chemistry. Like, this was a dream match.
I totally forgot that they faced each other. See, this is a forgettable WrestleMania, bro. It's so forgettable. You forget that there was other matches here. I can't think of any of the other matches off the top of my head. It's so forgettable.
Come true. You got one guy that was, you know what I'm saying, underrated in WCW. Didn't become the guy in WWE until later in his career. Damn near similar paths because, like, AJ wasn't winning every title left and right during his first couple of years in TNA. Like, it was Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe trading belts. You know what I'm saying? It took until long after his debut to finally get the credit he deserves. And seeing these two just leave it out on the ring, stuff a legend. WrestleMania 33. There's really only one.
This one was kind of trash too. I'm not gonna lie, this one was kind of trash too. Cause you had Bray Wyatt versus Randy at this one, that was terrible. Cena versus Miz and Maurice with Brie, that didn't age well. So the aura of that match is. I think Shinsuke and AJ faced off against each other. If I'm not mistaken, Shinsuke and AJ faced off against each other. That was supposed to be like the 5-star match of this pay-per-view, and that didn't live up to the hype. I believe it was this WrestleMania. Brock versus Goldberg. Fuck out of here. Roman versus Undertaker was god fucking awful. And Seth versus Triple H Great build up. Match was I can't really say who had the best match here. I can't think of who had the best match here. Yeah, I can't really say who had the best match here. I can't think of it because this WrestleMania was also trash.
Match that belongs here, and that's the Raw Tag Team titles ladder match with my boys Matt and Jeff Hardy coming back to win it all. Yes, Sirski.
Yeah, I think this gonna have to be the one because the rest of this WrestleMania was hot garbage.
Dude, I remember when the New Day, who were the hosts of this WrestleMania, came out and said there's going to be a fourth entrant in this tag team ladder match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. So you had Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson from the club, and then you had the Bar, which was Sheamus and Cesaro, and you had Enzo Amore and Big Cass. When the New Day came out and said there's going to be another entrant, and they started asking who, part of me felt like that if it wasn't the New Day themselves, it was going to be the Hardy Boys. And when I heard that, that Zach Tempest music start playing, I was like, let's go, let's go. I started jumping out of my dad's room. I was jumping from one hallway to the other. I was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Remind you, I'm an 18-year-old high school student. I'm a senior at this point, so I'm making all sorts of noise, jumping up and down, and my dad's just cheesing, just watching me just get geeked for my favorite tag team all time to finally get the first WrestleMania win after so many long years. Like, it had been 15 years since they competed as a team at WrestleMania. 15 years. And then, as far as at a WrestleMania period, it had been 6 years for Jeff and, not 6, I'm sorry. It had been 8 years for Jeff, and it had been 7 years for Matt. So this felt great to see. And I love the work that they would do and putting other tag teams over and all that, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of their, third return here. So yeah, great match. WrestleMania 34.
This one was trash as well. Another trash. Yo, I'm telling y'all, dog. After 31, WrestleMania went to pure fucking dog shit. Straight fucking dog shit. What was the main event for this one? Brock versus Roman 2. That was terrible. I think Seth. I forgot who Seth took on. Yeah, AJ. Oh, so AJ versus Nakamura probably happened here instead. Oh, this is the one where Cena was supposed to take on Undertaker and they turned it into a fucking squash. Oh, I remember this now. Yeah. I think this is also the one where they ruined Asuka character from here. Asuka character was ruined from here because they let Charlotte be the one to defeat her, and that sucked so fucking bad. There's also one where Ronda Rousey took on Triple H and Stephanie. I'm trying to think what else. Kurt Angle retired here. I forgot, bro. This card was it's a lot of trash on this card, bro. Bro, it's a lot of trash on this card. I keep forgetting how bad Vince was. This is where Vince just started. No.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Try. What more do you want from me?
This shit was no. Man, throw this whole WrestleMania away. Bro.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
No, sir. Not me.
Throw this whole fucking WrestleMania away, bro. This shit is trash.
I'm with the consensus on this one because I love this match so much. Because, not the consensus. The consensus will tell you that it was Charlotte versus Asuka, but that match is soured because the wrong person won that match. In my opinion. But the real best match of the night was Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie, the McMahon-Helmsley faction.
Okay, so this is not the one where he retired. Okay, so it'll be the next one. Okay, I was not watching wrestling like that around this time, bro. I would just come back for WrestleMania season. Every time it got close to WrestleMania season, I see who win the Royal Rumble. Well, okay, they let that person win the Royal Rumble. Okay. I start watching around March. I start watching because that's when they start building up for WrestleMania. So I'm sitting through all these episodes in March. And then after that, we get to WrestleMania. The WrestleMania would be trash, and I would leave and never come back until the next WrestleMania. I never would come back to wrestling at all. I think, actually, to tell you the truth, by like after the Kofi Kingston thing, I just stepped away from wrestling completely. Like I literally just wanted to see if Kofi Kingston could win the title. I didn't even care for the the rest of that WrestleMania. I just cared for the Kofi Kingston match. And then after that, I went on a pure fucking hiatus, bro. Then I tried to come back into it. I started to get back into it, and then fucking they moved I remember when they moved SmackDown to Fox, and you know what happened on that first episode. Brock Lesnar, Kofi Kingston, 4 seconds. Yeah. Completely turned it off. I was done with wrestling for good. And then when I started hearing rumors that Edge could potentially be coming back at the Royal Rumble, it was just rumors at first, but I'm thinking like, nah, Edge can't do that. His neck fucked up. He can't even fucking wrestle no more. I don't believe it. But then I started thinking to myself, wait, what if he do though? What if he do? So I started keeping wrestling. I started keeping wrestling in the back of my mind a little bit. But then we get to the Royal Rumble. I actually watched the Royal Rumble. Edge came back out. I said, oh shit. I said, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
I said, oh shit. They brought him back for real. I wasn't expecting that. But then you had the whatchamacallit. Then after that we had the pandemic. So that right there, that's how I really got back into wrestling, because if it wasn't for the pandemic, if we wasn't stuck in the house for all the months, I would have never got back into wrestling. I would still be turning wrestling off, bro. But I couldn't watch the pandemic WrestleMania. I could not watch that, bro.
Reunited, aka the Authority, bruh. This match was amazing. Never Triple H and Kurt Angle in the ring. It felt like we were back in the old times, because these two never lost their chemistry. But when Ronda got in that ring, oh boy, did the crowd get on their feet, and she didn't disappoint. Say what you want about Ronda Rousey's WWE career, but she didn't disappoint when it came to the ring. But that mic, early on it was great, but over time her mic skills did get worse and worse and worse. But that's neither here nor there.
Fuck Ronda Rousey.
Kurt Angle still looked like he could bang with people in his prime in this match. Like, this was an amazing output. And Triple H did such a good job putting Ronda Rousey over. Like, I remember Ronda, when Triple H was in the corner, Ronda was just beating the shit out of him. And I love the finish with Kurt having Triple H in the ankle lock, and Ronda having her in the armbar, having Stephanie in the armbar. Was just pitch perfect. I even like how this was set up at Elimination Chamber that year, where Kurt Angle was being a snitch, talking about all Triple H and Stephanie could do is talk about you, since Ronda laid you on your back at WrestleMania 21. I mean WrestleMania 31. It's been over 3 years in the making. He said to Stephanie, Triple H, remember what you said. 3 years in the make. He said 3 years in the making, and now we finally own the bit. And then Triple H was like, hey, and then he was like, tonight is not about us, Kurt. It's about Ronda becoming a WWE superstar. So Stephanie, can you please wrap this up? And then I'll try to get Kurt to the doctor. He tried to play that off, and then Kurt was like, whoa, one last thing, Stephanie, did you tell me in your office that Ronda was a has-been and that you could take her? Didn't you say that? And then Triple H was getting frustrated. He was like, what? And then when they finally confronted each other in the ring, dude, Kurt turned it on 10. Sorry, I just love seeing Kurt back in the ring, and back in the WWE ring. I love seeing that. I don't know if y'all did, but I did. I love Kurt. Y'all know he in my top 10. Y'all watch my video with top 25 of WrestleMania. Moving on. WrestleMania 35. I'm with the consensus on this one. It's Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it's the only match I came here. It's the only match I watched this WrestleMania for. I didn't care for anything else. This is the only match I came to watch this WrestleMania for. The rest of this WrestleMania, I can't even tell you what happened. I still haven't gone back and watched this WrestleMania in its entirety, and I never will because wrestling was trash around this time. But this was a great moment right here.
Peak Kofi. Kofi was never the same. I blame Vince for this. I don't want to talk about how his title reign ended. I want to talk about how amazing this moment is, because when Kofi finally won the WWE Championship, for the first and only time in his career, his kids came out to celebrate with him. Pitch perfect. Biggie and Xavier came to celebrate with him, and that was amazing. That was fun. I loved it. It built one of the greatest moments. And heel Daniel Bryan at this time was cooking. He sold you on being that vegan villain. He kind of gave me that vegan dude from Johnny Test vibes a little bit, especially with that wooden WWE Championship he had, and him having Eric Rowan be his muscle. That was amazing. Anyway, let's move forward, okay? Let's move forward. WrestleMania 36. I'm with the consensus. Boneyard match. Pure cinema. Pure cinema.
The firehouse match. I would say it's between those two. It's between the Firefly Funhouse match with Cena and this match right here. But I couldn't watch this WrestleMania though in its entirety. I just had to watch certain matches. I couldn't watch if it was a match in the ring. I couldn't watch it. But the cinematic matches, oh yeah, I sat through those. And the only reason why I couldn't sit through those, I think I said in the last video, I couldn't sit through the pandemic matches, pandemic WrestleManias, because no crowd. They didn't even pipe in no crowd noise or nothing, bro. They didn't put no crowd noise in. It was just pure silence. All you heard was the announcers and the wrestlers fighting each other. Like you could literally hear them fighting each other. There was no other sounds, bro. They could have put some crowd noise in here to throw it off a little bit, so that way we couldn't hear them clearly. But the fact that we could hear the wrestlers clearly and you could hear all the bumps and the grunts and shit like that, it sounded. I'm just saying, when we got to the women matches, it sounded like. I'm just saying. And then you got the dude matches. The dude matches sounded like
Get up!
Hey, no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
I'm just saying it sounded like you was on one of them sites, bruh. Sound like you was on one of them sites, bruh. I'm just saying.
Everything from him taking care of Gallows and Anderson to this moment where he thought he buried Undertaker, to the point where AJ finally ate a tombstone. I even like the part where Undertaker bashes his forearm against the glass and he's obviously bleeding, so he's like, you got me cut. And then I like the part at the end where he's telling AJ, he's like, come on, can't you beat this old man? Come on, AJ. You think you can beat this old man? Just kicking the shit out of AJ Styles and just throwing him in the middle. I'm like, yeah, show him that you deserve your respect, Taker. Anyway, moving forward. It's crazy. This right here, better than anything they did in the ring that year. And that was alarming for the first two-night WrestleMania. Move forward. WrestleMania 37. It's easy to pick the net.
Edge versus Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. Top fucking tier. Okay, let's just keep it a beam, bro. Top fucking tier. Honorable mention though, Sasha versus Bianca. Sasha versus Bianca to end off night one was fantastic. That was a great fucking match between those two. Like, they tore it down for real. My black sisters, you already know my black sisters. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My black sisters. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
You already know.
Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech.
I would love to put my black sister. I love to put my black brothers and I love to put my black sisters over, but y'all not fucking with that triple threat match. That triple threat match, top tier,
Best match for this one is Roman versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan for the
top
Universal
tier.
Championship. And let's just be honest, it was the mark of Roman's rise to power
Yeah.
at this point, because once he got the Universal Championship, it was no turning back. No turning.
Yeah, once they went, yeah, this is when you knew they fully committed to Roman's character and established him. Even though this little this picture right here is a little
Hey, no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
yeah, this picture right here a little. But still though, this was probably the best fucking match of the night, bruh.
Back. Once he got the Universal Championship in that Thunderdome, it was raps. It was raps. Nobody could get in the way. Not Edge, not Daniel Bryan, nobody. Not Bray Wyatt, nobody. This dude was on another, reached his final form. He was at the peak of his powers. Okay? Peak of his powers. He couldn't be touched. This is peak Roman. WrestleMania 38. It's obvious. In fact, this is the beginning of somebody's three-peat. It's Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. And the reason why, nobody expected Cody Rhodes to come back. I mean, I didn't.
Everybody expected Cody Rhodes to come back. Everybody knew Cody was coming back. Everybody knew, bro. Nothing in WWE has been secret for years now, bro. Since like 2008. Well, no, ever since John Cena at the Royal Rumble in 2008, nothing has been secret. Like the dirt sheets and the wrestler blogs, they've been on top of everything, bro. They know who coming in, they know who leaving, they know who's frustrated, they know who got heat in the back in the locker room now. Yeah, they don't let news slip past them since the Cena 2008 Royal Rumble. Ever since the 2008 Royal Rumble, the wrestling blogs they don't miss now. Cause I think ever since they missed that one, ever since they missed that one, it's been a no. But everybody knew Cody was coming back. But for this WrestleMania, I'm taking the Stone Cold Steve Austin match. That match was too fucking fun. That was a fun fucking match, bro, to sit through, bro. Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens was by far the best match.
But then again, part of me felt like, if somebody were to be Seth's mystery opponent, it probably would have been. Then again, you know what I'm saying? But it was the shock of actually seeing him back in the WWE that just had my mind blown. So yeah, man, these two put on an amazing catch as catch can match. But dude, the match they would have at Backlash, in that was it a Hell in a Cell? Classic work. WrestleMania 39. Roman versus Cody. Reason why? It was the seed of the long-term story of Cody Rhodes. Especially how Solo was banned from ringside at first, and then came back in the hoodie and gave him the Samoan spike. And Cody had nobody to watch his back. But thankfully, at next year's WrestleMania, granted, I do love the tag team match of part 1 of night 1, but night 2's main event took the cake. Especially all the appearances from everybody on Cody's side, from Jey Uso to John Cena, to Roman taking his eye off of Cody Rhodes and swinging the chair to Seth Rollins' back. Oh my lord. And that was like immediately after The Rock, you know what I'm saying, felt the Undertaker come through, especially when he heard that gung. The Rock turned around, he tried to whip Undertaker. Undertaker was like, nope. Chokeslam The Rock out of here. And this match was under blood rules because The Rock and Roman won in the night 1 tag team match with Seth Rollins. So yeah, man. So with that, I did not expect for Undertaker to be the guy to save Cody, and neither did I.
Yeah, nobody expected that. From Undertaker's perspective, he said that he didn't tell nobody. He didn't tell nobody but his wife that he was gonna be down there, that he was gonna be in that match at the end. So he literally said he left to go use the bathroom real quick, And when he came, and then everybody that he brought there with him, they didn't know that he was gonna be in the match. But he said he had to go to the bathroom real quick, so he went to the bathroom, and he didn't. They said, I think his friend said, I should have knew something was up because you was gone for a good minute, but. But yeah, yeah. It turns out the Undertaker was right, or was nearby.
It's sad to take that chair bump, but man, it was pure art, pure cinema. And thanks to that, Cody landed a Cody Cutter in 3 crossroads. And I love Michael Cole's call when he penny Roddy, where he said, "Finish the story." And if you can just peep right underneath Cody's back, you could see a smidgen of Roman's smiling face underneath Cody Rhodes as he got pinned to win the WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. Art, cinema, storytelling, pro wrestling. I love it. And you love it too. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload. And I'll see you all.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, man, for sure. Shout out to the homie Maverick. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel and all that good stuff. You already know, man. They show that love here. We're gonna show that love right back. But yeah, man, yeah. That's just gonna about do it for this one. I'm finna go to bed. Bye.